Hey everybody, welcome to Easy Tarot Lessons. This is Squirrel and I'm here with Sally and the King of Pentacles.
He's sitting there in a chair right across from us. Hey there.
Hi, baby. What do you have to say about this King of Pentacles, Sally?
Whenever I see this guy, he has everything very materialistic. He's covered in grapes. He has this estate behind him and just so much wealth and power and he sometimes comes across as a little snotty to me, He's just really, oh, his stuff doesn't stink. He's just all this and more. And he has his foot on what looks like an armadillo. I really have no idea. Is it a hedgehog? Is it an armadillo?
I
What the heck is
think
that
it's
thing?
supposed to be a boar's head, but I
I
don't
have no
know.
idea. I have no idea. But he's like he's got this armored foot on top of it. Like I am going to oppress you. He comes across to me as just somebody who has everything, but he's just set in his spot. You're not going to upend him. And then, today, because I'm sitting here looking at this card while you and I were talking, and I'm looking at the flowers in his crown, and then I look in the foreground. It looks like they're poppies, and I'd never noticed those poppies before.
Yeah.
That was new to me. Um, and it's just, there may be some gentleness and tenderness in there, or maybe it's drug addiction with the poppies. I don't know, or
Oh.
remembrance. I mean, poppies can mean so many different things. Um, I'm looking at this just very, this would be my hedonist. If there was a guy who's just in there, or a person, not necessarily just a guy, but any person that just absolutely living the life of hedonism, it would be for me the King of Coins.
Oh yeah, definitely just surrounded by luxury.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that gets me about him is, he does have that foot on that critter's head.
Hmm.
And he looks so relaxed. He looks so fine. And he's got that armor on underneath all that beautiful luxury.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that iron fist in the velvet glove.
Yes, yes, nicely put.
And I think I I'd seen the poppies before. They're in the lower left-hand corner, but
Mm-hmm.
it really never occurred to me until you said remembrance. That he's in his element. He's in his home. He's on the castle wall or whatever, that is. Could be a balcony.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so relaxed and surrounded by all these beautiful things, but he does still have that armor on because he remembers
Mm-hmm.
somebody's going to come and try and take my stuff, and I'm going to be ready, and I'll be stepping on their head too.
Yes, he's like the mob boss that knows there's a hit out there on him, so he's always going to be wearing Kevlar. But you look at
Say
that
hello to my
throne,
little friend.
right? That throne is black, and I'm sitting here thinking the Iron Throne. I'm having a whole game of wait,
Ah!
you know,
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I have no idea where my head is today. But, oh.
Oh no, now I'm going to be thinking Game of Thrones.
Well, everyone else out there can too. Yay, play along.
Would he be Tyrion?
Ooh, good question. That really makes sense, doesn't it?
I don't know. I'm worrying with myself because Tyrion's so clever. I want to make him a sword.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But he's not at all military.
Mm-mm.
So, I don't know. Damn it,
For
man.
for those that listen to this, make your comments.
Help us
Oh,
figure out.
which Game of Thrones character is the King of Coins?
And
A new game.
if you're making those posts on Facebook that say I have never watched Game of Thrones, first of all, I feel bad for you. It's not something to be proud of. Second of all, just go watch it and tell us who this King of Pentacles should be.
Oh shoot. So yeah, I'm looking at this the deck I'm using. I'm using Dusty's a coin deck, the one that he made. He substituted in coins for the pentacles. And in this particular card, the coin has a woman on it. So he's down there looking at the woman like, "Hey, baby." You know? Yeah,
Little finger. It's little finger.
there you go.
Sorry, sorry.
There's fertility with this card. I
Mm-hmm.
think this guy has the golden touch. Everything he touches turns to gold. Um, he can't help but make money.
One thing that bothers me, I'm trying to wrap my head around this, and you being a druid, you'll be able to help me. The all the plants and everything grow
Hmm.
right up to him. They're
Hmm.
growing on the wall. There is no. It's like nature's gone wild, and he's made no attempt to domesticate his home.
Mm-mm.
Does that
No.
make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. He's letting it run rampant.
Yeah, it's like with his foot on that head, it looks like he should be a control freak, but
Hmm.
he's really not paying any attention to his surroundings.
So let's do an analogy here to a card we haven't discussed yet, but the strength card. Maybe he's keeping control of his baser emotions. Maybe that's what that represents. Something that would just, you know, some of his baser instincts he keeps control of, but he can't control everything. He has all of those plants and vines and things growing up around him. He can try, but in the end he can't stop it.
Wow, okay, I like that. Thank you. Yeah, that was just banging at my head, and I just couldn't
No, it makes
catch
perfect
it.
sense and I like it. We're always learning something new about these cards, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, yeah, because I'd never really noticed that everything was just growing all kinds of wild.
Hmm.
Looks like nobody's lived in that castle the part that he's in. I think the turrets behind him might even be the town, but the part of the area he's in is just completely overrun.
Hmm. So from that, maybe you could get housebound, it almost looks like an abandoned home from the outside because he hasn't gone anywhere or done anything.
Wow. Poor guy.
Yeah, look at him. Poor guy.
Yeah.
We should send him a quarter because he doesn't have one of his own.
Of all the kings too, I don't know, he's got a sensuality about him that I just he's sexy.
Hmm. I agree with that. Out of all of them, totally.
Yeah, other ones I'd be like, yeah, whatever. How about in reverse?
Oh, uh, somebody who has gone over the edge in decadence,
Mm.
you know, really wallowing in the pleasures of the flesh.
So, I want a bucket.
Or somebody who's lost it all. He might
Yeah.
have had everything and now he has nothing.
And that, okay, when you pointed out those poppies, that
Mhm.
exploded in my head what you just said. The being so tied to the memory of what you've lost.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Got a new meaning for the King of Pentacles.
So what do you see with him?
In reverse, I think that's just because that foliage is like invading my brain today. Right now,
Mhm.
all I see is an utter loss of control.
Mhm.
Temper.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see that with this.
Yeah, instead of just holding that little, what is that stick?
The scepter or whatever the heck that
Scepter.
thing
He'd be
is, I have no idea.
smacking me on the head with it.
Yeah, it looks like a
Yeah.
gong for just A mallet for a gong.
And I just totally did not get this until now. And this may be way out in left field. I'm sorry. But he's got his head, as you were, he's got his foot on the head of the boar, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or the bull or whatever it is. And then
Yes.
he's got those bull heads all up in his throne.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Do bulls have leaders of a pack?
A darn good question.
It's like, now I gotta go look up bulls. Damn it.
All I know is around here there's one in a farmer's field, and then everybody else is, it's a cow.
Well,
So I
I
don't know.
think that if you have more than one bull in the same field, they will kill each other.
Well, that makes sense.
So, yeah, I'm the head honcho here. These are the heads of all the bulls that have tried to take my place.
Right, right. So you could call him bullheaded, quite
Hey,
literally.
okay, I was like the coffee through the nose there.
Beverage warnings next time.
Oh my gosh, yes. Definitely, you could call him bullheaded in the reverse. Would just call him iron willed upright.
Yes, yes. Oh my. That's
Oh
all.
my gosh. Okay, I think I'm having fun here. And what we've touched on, I mean, obviously we're going to see different things at different times and more like right today you see that plant life is just overtaken my brain just like it's overtaken his feet. I mean, he's right up to his feet.
Hmm.
But we'll see different things. We'll get different feelings from him. What we're doing is we're just seeing what we see right now so that we're prepared for it if we see it in the future. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And isn't that what you're doing when you're reading anyway? You see what you see there now. It's
Yes.
not always the same thing, and you you never know what's going to jump out at the card any particular day. And so today that just happens to be what's jumping out to us.
That's right. So play with it, look at it, have fun with it. Ass-
Definitely have fun.
Assign Game of Thrones characters.
Or pick your favorite novel series, movie series.
And go watch Game of Thrones, damn it.
Star Wars. This is Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, oh yeah. Kind of makes him a little less sexy though.
Yes, it does.
Let's put that in reverse. This is Han Solo. He was a little materialistic, little mercenary.
Yes, he was.
Ah, see, he could be a mercenary. The King of
Yes.
Pentacles.
Yeah, sure he could. Especially on the reverse side.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a well-paid mercenary.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like,
And right side up, he's paying for the hit. Let's be honest.
yeah. Ooh, 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 is he stepping on a horse's head?
Oh my, absolutely.
Oh my God. Nah, he saves those for the middle of people's beds that piss him off, right?
Yeah, why would he waste one for this picture?
I know. Oh my God. Okay, y'all have to forgive me today. I'm a little bit slap happy. Um,
It's rubbing off. I'm just not sure which way it rubbed.
well, I for one had fun, fun, fun. Thank you, Sally.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And thank you, everyone, for listening to us. And we will see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.